Again, guys, I just wanted to quick thank you to all of you guys, the media. Since I got here, you guys have been awesome. It's been some ups and downs between all of us, but for the most part, you guys have been awesome. Just good group to deal with. You guys are very Again, guys, I just wanted to quick thank you to all of you guys, the media. Since I got here, you guys have been awesome. It's been some ups and downs between all of us, but for the most part, you guys have been awesome. Just good group to deal with. You guys are very, very engaging, and it's just fun to be around you guys. You're from Eric making the jokes to everything in between. Just it's been a fun ride, guys, and I really appreciate you for that. And yeah, I'll miss you guys. So thank you guys again. Faithful, thank you very much for everything. It's been crazy, man. Just all the comebacks at Levi's, comebacks on the road, ups and downs. It's been a hell of a ride, guys. I love you guys. So see ya.
I want to say one thing because I forgot after the game, and it's not just kissing up to him. I can't. What our fans did in LA was not just the coolest thing for the head coach of the Niners. It was one of the coolest things I've seen in sports. To watch the commitment of a fan base try to go take over another stadium, and to watch how hard they were trying not to. And for me to sit there on Saturday night and my wife to show me videos of the airport, for my friends to send me videos of the coffee shops and the streets, and then for me to go in there and see the stadium, it gave our players, it gave us chills. It was not just cool because I'm the coach. I haven't ever seen that, and I've been around sports a long time, and I've been a lot of different places, and I can't tell you guys how cool that was and how much we appreciate it. That's not normal.
Yeah, well said. That's it was in LA, it was in Dallas, it was in Green Bay. It's everywhere we go, and the Faithful is such an appropriate name for what our fan base is all about. The passion, they stuck with us when things were going rough, and Kyle said it really well. We're very, very appreciative and look forward to seeing that only grow stronger moving forward.
What's up, 49er faithful? It's your boy Chili Will and the 49er Street Squad, and that's our last season-ending show, man. I can't believe it. I don't know about you guys, man, but hey, welcome everybody. First of all, I want to welcome Niner David in the house and Niner Justin and special guest Niner Antonio Arvelo, my man. Welcome, guys, man.
Yes.
Finally, it seems like pretty much our last, season show of the season, right? I mean, Niners we come up short in LA, unfortunately, and lose to the Rams 20-17, and I don't know about you guys, but that one hurt. You know what I mean? And I'm glad I had about 4 days to kind of work on getting over that pain, because I'm still hurt, but I'm feeling a little bit more better today than I was the day before and the day before that one. So I know you guys are probably feeling a little bit of the same, and just to hear a little bit from you guys. I'll start with you, David. I mean, how you hanging in there, man?
I'm getting over it. It was a tough loss, but I'm just always just thinking like what could have happened if they did this. They could have pulled it out. Like man, I was like, they were there, but
Yeah.
at the end
And
of
you
the
was
day,
at the game, and you was at the
yeah,
game, man. So you were
yeah,
experiencing it firsthand. So
yeah,
I
and I was
know that
like,
had to be like, when you left the game, head back to the room where you're just like, I'm going to hit the bed, man. I'm done.
yeah, we went straight to bed. Like, we're just gonna knock out. I didn't try and think about this game.
Right. Yeah. Now, Justin, I know you would have been at the game with us if you was able to make it, but you were a little bit under the weather and stuff. But I know you were watching from afar. Uh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know
yeah. I watched.
what were your emotions watching this thing?
Yeah, I watched it from home. I really wanted to be there. I would have been there if I was feeling better, but fortunately I was sick. Man, that was a tough loss. I'm not feeling better at all.
I hear
That's
you, man.
yeah. I haven't watched any ESPN or NFL Network or any highlights, or I haven't really
Hmm.
read anything about it. I just don't even want to hear about it. I don't even want to watch the
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
I know you
But
definitely, man. I know how you are when it comes to them losses, man. It's brutal. It's
yeah,
brutal
yeah,
for you.
that was tough. Like David said, what coulda, shoulda, what coulda happened in the fourth quarter, what they could have done, what they should have done. The
Yeah.
plays were there to be made, and
Yeah,
they
well,
just
yeah,
didn't do it.
we're going to get more into that here shortly. But
Yep.
my man Antonio, you were there down in LA, doing your thing as always, and turning the place out and stuff. But after generally watching the game and seeing us come up short, how were your emotions, man?
First of all, what's up, fellas? It's good to see you guys, man. Yeah, I'm still not. That video you just showed got me going through it again. I'm like, man,
I know. I'm sorry. I'm
no,
sorry to hit the nerve,
Yeah.
but
no.
it's our boy Jimmy, man. Go ahead.
I just feel like I'm still in shock because I did not picture going to this game that we were losing. And it's
Hmm.
funny, I was talking with the guys in the front office, you know, all weekend, and they were like, "Tone, one game at a time." I was already trying to plan. I was trying to, like, hey man, we're gonna do the Wolf of Wall Street. We're not leaving,
Yeah. Right.
after this game. And dude, we had this 10-point lead, and I just wasn't ready
Yeah.
to see that. And
Yeah.
it's still, you're going back to reality. You're back in, you know, work world, real world life. And I think it was a good run, man. It was a really good run. And then the Jimmy G news. That was a sad speech, to be honest with you. I think, I think you don't know what to do with Jimmy G if he wins this game. And
Mhm.
then it's just like quick operation, get rid of Jimmy. Let's see what we can get
Yeah.
for him. And I think that makes this whole thing hard. And you've seen how
Yeah.
cracking it was in LA. I mean, the
Oh
faithful
man.
showed up. We
The
invaded
faithful
that
turned out
stadium.
strong, man. And I
it's
think we had that
crazy.
place. The capacity had to be about 50, 60% of 49er fans up in that building for sure, because you could hear just the roar for each team when either they want defense, offense, scoring, whatever. You really heard it loud, and yeah, it was the atmosphere. It was definitely an NFC Championship atmosphere for everybody to enjoy. I know I hate to drag y'all back a little bit, but let's kind of just talk a little bit about it. Yeah, what was looking promising at first, which was scary, but was good at first for like the first three quarters, I would say, and almost into the fourth, and it seemed like we kind of had these guys, you know what I mean? And the I feel the team just, I'm not gonna be here and just really bash anybody because it was just a team effort, you know what I'm saying? But I think for the most part, I feel the team did a great job just hanging in there. It wasn't pretty by any means, but they hung in there strong. They did have a lead on. They got to about I think almost a 10-point lead on them. You know what I mean?
10-point lead.
And it was a grind, man. I mean, like all the games were grinders. Like everybody won a game by like a touchdown or field goal, so we knew what we were in for watching this game. And I was just trying my best to keep my nerves together watching this thing because like I said, we got the lead. I was like, okay, can we keep this lead? Can we just keep a foot on their throats, and take this away from them? You know what I mean? Again, just like we did Green Bay and Dallas, you know what I'm saying? And But I I don't know. I was holding my breath, and I just kind of was like, please, guys, just don't mess this up, man. Just don't mess it up, And it just seemed like it went a little south, sooner than we thought, and I think David or Justin said that a few little things would have happened or changed the momentum of the game. We know near the end that Tart had a big opportunity to get a great big interception with I think 6 minutes or so left.
I think it was
in the
9.
game. Was it 9? Okay,
Yeah,
under 10
9.
minutes, but had it right there in his hands. A lot of people say, if he'd have just caught that, maybe this could have turned it around. This might have been that gut blow, into the Rams, and we could have maybe just ran away with this thing. However, it's still a lot of time. Anything could have happened.
Yeah.
So it's hard to just say that or any other little thing, because it was just a big game of it was championship football. Championship football, and it was we were just hoping that I think like Tony, like Antonio, like you said, I felt the same way you did going into this game. I felt like we were just destined to the stars were lining up, what I mean? And with the faithful out there strong, Justin was out there, the Dallas game, we were feeling it. We're like, we're going to go out there, take care of business. I don't think any of us made the Green Bay game, but, just for them to walk out of with that win, was just crazy. And down this one, I think we all were just feeling it, man. We were like, this got to be it, man. We got to get, we're going to get back to the big dance again. You know what I'm saying? And it just, like I said, it just evaporated really quickly, But anybody else want to talk on that a little bit, feel what'd you think about the game, Justin, far as, just what way it was heading like that and, and what was happening?
Like you said, once they took that 10-point lead going into the fourth quarter, I was thinking just win the fourth quarter.
Mhm.
There's one quarter left and you're going to the Super Bowl. Not just don't lose the quarter, don't lose by more than 10 points. You only gave up 7 points the first 3 quarters. You're up by 10 going into the fourth.
Mhm.
So just like you said, hang on. And they ended up giving the exact amount of points they couldn't give up to lose the game. They gave up 13 in the fourth quarter and they couldn't score anything in the fourth
Mhm.
quarter. They
Mhm.
ended up losing by 3. So yeah,
Now, why do you think that was? I mean, what were you seeing that you felt that changed the momentum? How did you feel that,
I do remember them driving down. They're milking the clock, and they came down to a 2nd and 1. And I was thinking this first down is going to be huge, and whether they get it or they or they don't get it. It was only 1 yard, so I was thinking you got to get this first down and keep milking the clock, and hopefully get some points on the board. And the next play they get stuffed. I think it was Elijah Mitchell down the middle, got nothing. And then it was 3rd and 1. They went right up the middle again. They had a Trent Williams going in motion, and they gave it to Juice right up the middle. I think he even lost a yard. So it ended up being 4th and 2. That was huge. That was a
Yeah.
huge set of downs right there. And I thought they might go for it,
Mhm.
but I think they tried to get him to go off sides. They tried to do the hard count, and
Mhm.
they ended up bringing the punting team on the field, and they ended up putting the ball. And then I think after that, the Rams got the ball back. I think maybe on 1st or 2nd down, that's when Stafford just threw the ball up in the air like a punt, and Tart was sitting there just waiting for it, and it just went right through his hands. And then, who knows what would have happened if he would have caught that?
Catch the ball with your hands.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've
And
I've
and
said
the
it more than once already on
and
these
the very next
interceptions.
play after that, they get a
Uh-huh.
first down plus a 15-yard penalty on Ward for a personal foul.
Yeah, that
So
didn't help neither. That was a
that
big
was a
that
huge.
yeah, that was a big
Oh, the
like
hit
you
on
said,
OBJ.
Yeah,
turn of
so it
events.
went from us
Yeah,
getting an interception and him returning it. Who knows how far he would have went with that
exactly.
interception return? To the very next play, they get basically a 30-yard play, and then they're
Mhm.
in business and they go down and score.
Yeah, I like what you said about that call on Ward. I think that was a very bad discipline, a call on us. You know what I mean? And I get it. Guys are pumped, and you want to really stick it to them. The blood's flowing. But you can't have these helmet to helmets. Especially in the big game like this. I mean, discipline really comes and plays a big factor, and you got to be able to play that good sound football, and it did help get the Rams downfield a lot easier and quicker.
Oh, yeah.
Because of that. Antonio, again, how do you feel like this game went and went south, and like what things could have the Niners done better to maybe keep this thing rolling?
It's very simple. We lost the game in the trenches, offensive line, defensive line. I mean, when you look at the stats here, you have Stafford going back to pass 45 times in this game for 337 and 2 touchdowns. You have Cooper Kupp. We know that the ball is going to him. 11 receptions for 142 yards. There was times when he wasn't even double teamed. Beckham had a big game, 9 receptions, 113 yards. We didn't have our running game was imbalanced. We weren't able to run. And then you had our quarterback, Jimmy G, needing to pass his way through this game. And, I don't know if guys are banged up. I don't know what the situation is, but this was the first time, whatever the Rams did in their adjustments, they found a way to, stop our rush, and they found a way to, stop our pass rush as well. And that was the game.
Yeah.
That was the game. And I was shocked because I didn't see that happening.
Yeah, I think a lot of us didn't see that happening, and you're right. It looked like the Rams defense was very hell-bent on making sure that the Niners weren't going to run the ball 20 or 30 times on them this time around,
Right.
Only 20 rushes.
It was only 20 rushes. Yeah. Okay, so we all know we get 20 rushes, it's going to be a long day at the office, right? Because that's our mojo.
50 yards.
50 yards, 20 carries for 50 yards rushing total.
Elijah Mitchell had 11 carries for 20 yards. Debo 7 carries for 26 yards.
I heard they only had 17 yards the first half.
Yeah,
rushing.
It was
the Rams.
That's Niners.
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 That's the Niners. Yeah.
Okay.
The Rams. Cam Akers rushed 13 times for 48 yards. Sonny Michael 10 for 16, and yeah.
So they weren't going nowhere neither, which is normal for us.
But
our defense stopping them.
But you gotta say. I mean, who would have said that Matthew Stafford was going to throw 45 times in this game and win? I just, that's a stat that's amazing to me. It still hurts, and maybe our guys were a little banged up. I know we walked off that field in Green Bay a little banged up. You know.
Yeah, they were coming off of a big game, playing out there in 20 below zero weather. And for them to get. We got lucky, with them, some good special teams play and getting the ball and scoring. And we were just able to do what we had to do to take care of business. And that was no easy feat by any means. And like all the 49er faithful that I know turned out to go to that Green Bay game said, it was brutal. Like the weather was really brutal out there. That cold was, man, cutting up, and you can only imagine what the players had to deal with, playing with these guys out there in the frozen tundra, right? So, we were lucky to escape out of that one, but you're right. Maybe that might have taken somewhat of a toll on the players. I think they did kind of get that because they did play on the Saturday, right, against Green Bay, so they kind of had that one extra day of, rest, you could say. Yes. But Rams were locked in. I mean, if anything, the defense was locked in. They were ready for the running game. They weren't. Anytime Debo was back there. Man, they had they know every time he lined up in the backfield, that was like, oh, okay, we're ready for you. We're waiting. You know what I mean? And
they got
those guys were ready to make a big play.
10 in the box every time.
Yeah. And that I don't know, like I'm watching this first of all, okay, we'll talk about the offense because like you said, 10 in the box, obviously they're testing Jimmy like, hey, you gotta throw this ball. You know what I mean? And I'm just surprised that Kyle as a head coach didn't open it up more for Jimmy to throw. Now I understand the trust with his throwing and whatever he has with him and stuff like that. But you know what? Times like this, you got to do it. You know what I mean? I think you got to execute some good passing plays because there was a lot of times, a lot of these players were open and, ready to catch the ball, but, they had so much pressure on Jimmy. It was, hard for him to really get the ball off at times, so, but I don't know. I just think that they should have been able to adjust in some kind of way after a while, noticing, hey, they're on our running game right now, and it's not working too well. So we got to change something up here and kind of adapt. You know what I mean?
I agree. And you know what? We did our part as fans. We came down there. We got loud. We spent the money, and we did our part. But I think when this running game is not working, and Jimmy G has this thumb issue, they must have seen something on tape, because he just wasn't. He didn't have the spark, and the offensive line seemed like in the fourth quarter they were just letting people go fly by and get hits. You got to make the adjustments. These guys, this coaching staff knows. They see what's going on. And then Kittle, he has to stay back and block. You got, the play to Juice on 3rd and 1. I was shocked. I didn't see that coming.
I didn't like that call.
I didn't like that call at all. Because you're not fooling anybody with Juice. But you do have some other running backs. If Elijah Mitchell is not getting it done, this goes back to our head coach not rotating running backs. This goes back to like, hey man, come on, let's see if someone else can get a spark in there. You got to run the ball. That we've been doing that all year, but we can look back at the tape and play like we're the coach. But it is a tough pill to swallow. And it is hard to see Jimmy go, because, I'm a fan of Jimmy, and the way he went out and the way that interception, he just threw that ball up instead of just, getting rid of it sooner, or even just taking the sack. It would have been like 4th and 15, but you live to play another play. And that was, and then let me ask you guys this. Did you notice that the interception play on the last play, we had our running back, our 3rd string running back in. He was short. Hasty. So he throws to Hasty, and it's high. And of course, I'm not this, it's just, you're just like, why is he in on that play? This is an important play. Why is your best guys not in?
Yeah. And like you said, Jimmy's a little under duress and, trying to scramble, and it would have been safer for him to just take the sack or just go down, because at least you have now a 4th down. Maybe you chuck it on downfield and make a big play, but who knows? You know what I mean? And I think at the end of that, that end drive with the minute and whatever left, I really feel that Kyle Shanahan, I really think he should have opened it up and went into. He had everybody in the box. Why don't you go into like freaking 4 wide shotgun? You know what I'm saying? Let Jimmy just chuck it down there. I know his pass efficiency isn't that accurate, but hey, you never know. You might throw it down there, might get a pass interference call, or maybe complete the game catch. You know what I'm saying? Or there's a risk he could have intercepted whatever, but I could live with that instead of doing what he did. Like, you're way downfield. This is for the, you got to get downfield. This is for the win, man. You got to either tie this thing up with a kick or go for a touchdown. You know what I mean? If I'm Kyle, man, I'm just, hey, Jimmy, go ahead. Just fling that thing down there. See if you get somebody open, man. And get, 4 or 5 of your wide receivers out there freaking just run. There's no way that their secondary isn't that great. They got Ramsey, obviously good cover guy, but everybody else, he might have got away with something. I think all 3 tries he should have just chucked that thing down there. Didn't Stafford do that to Brady in Tampa when they needed that? They had to get that score. What did he do? He threw it down the cup.
Yeah. Well, what was the defensive adjustments on Cup? Because that bothered me more than anything too, I could go back.
They went man to man. That's another problem I couldn't understand, because he was man to man, and then he had Ambry Thomas at sometimes on him. I don't know. I think I would have had, me personally, would have been Manuel Mosley on him. I don't care what side of the field he lined up on. Why are you going to put Ambry Thomas on him when you should put Mosley? Because he's our best cover guy, right? And he probably would have the best chance, I think, covering Cup, compared to Thomas. And so, man, there was a couple of times because of the route, because he was like when he was running like the Z formation, you know what I'm saying? He was cutting through the middle, and he ended up having Fred Warner covered, got caught with him. You know what I'm saying? Fred can't, he's a tall guy. You know what I'm saying? He's in the route running. Warner kind of got, kind of a little lost there, and he completed a pass over him. So yeah, D'Amico Ryans, I don't know. I don't know what happened with that defensive column, but he definitely had the wrong guy on Cup, number one, and number two, he didn't have enough people on Cup.
Yeah, the Niners do a lot of zone defense. Maybe that's why Warner was caught, in that
that's
area
where
where Cup was. But a lot of times the Niners defense, they don't put their best corner and make them follow the best receiver on the opposite side. They stay on their sides no matter who's there, and a lot of times they play zone. So what I think they should have done was, if they're going to play zone, they still need to put safety help over the top of Cup, let the corner play him man up fine, but you still need someone over the top.
Over the top.
Yeah, and I think they need to do that like on 90% of the plays, 95% of the plays.
Thank you.
Because that was killing us the whole time.
If it's Cooper Kupp had Cup.
Exactly. He had 11 catches for 142 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's who Stafford's going to pretty much every play. That's his first read is to Kupp. If he's open, he's throwing him the ball. And a lot of times he was open.
We can look at that. We talked about it the week prior leading to this game. He's got one target. And I'm impressed that Beckham, he had one of his better games in a long time too. But let Beckham beat us. Let Beckham beat us. But Cooper Kupp had some key catches in this game that changed the actual momentum of this game and kept drives alive. And the momentum actually third down catches went to Kupp, and there was one-on-one coverage on a lot of them. And I'm just I'm like, man, this is what D'Amico Ryans, unfortunately, when that pass rush wasn't coming through, he needed to make some other types of adjustments. If you're not going to make those adjustments, then bring the whole house, because they were gambling with us. They put, like you said, 8 in the box, 10 in the box. We need to play. And we had a little lead at the time. So, I think that we got a little conservative, and all of a sudden now we don't got the lead and they're bringing it and we're not adjusting again. So, this is, maybe this is a good thing, because I wouldn't know what to do if we played like that in the Super Bowl. I wouldn't. I think I would have been hurt.
But a guy coming to the Super Bowl with like 4 top receivers, you know what I'm saying? It would have been like, damn, if you guys couldn't hold Kupp and company, I don't know, it might not have turned out too good. But hey, that when Kupp ran that like kind of post out route and he scored that touchdown in the corner, like
over Tart,
it looked like. Yeah, it was over Tart, I think. And they showed that overhead view, and they showed Ward, man. This brother was technically, he wasn't even looking at Kupp when he ran that route. He was kind of looking off the other direction for some reason. I don't know who he had his eye on, maybe OBJ, I'm not sure. But yeah, he should have been backing up to see where Kupp was going. And when he saw him darting, man, he should have just stayed. I would have rather see him defend on top of him instead of, I don't know what he was doing out of space on the other side of the field, but I was like, man, this is why they beat us. It was because of this Stafford Kupp connection, man. They let this guy go way too many times, and like you said, if you're gonna beat us, let's not let it be by Kupp. Okay, OBJ, somebody else step up, whatever. They lost Higbee because he went out with like a knee injury. So I thought like, wow, okay, they lost like one of their top tight ends, even though I forgot the other gentleman's name that came in and took in for him, but he did a pretty good job at 2 or 3 good passes. But
leaf flicker they did.
Like so that kind of caught the Niners off guard because they didn't know they didn't have much tape on him. I don't think they were ready.
Yeah, that was their backup tight end, Kendall Blanton. I think I've never heard of him before.
Me neither. I've never seen him.
But like you said, have him beat you then.
Thank you.
Put him on one-on-one coverage. Let them guard him one-on-one. Don't let Cooper Kupp beat you. Let
Thank you.
the backup tight end Blanton beat you if need be. You know.
How
And
about
that's-
this, guys? How about if we just draft 6 cornerbacks in all 6 rounds and let's just see what happens, man?
I know, right? Exactly. Yeah, no, well, give me that. Just give me your best cornerbacks in the draft, damn it. I will take them all.
And the
Done it.
Niners pick another cornerback.
That's what we need, man. I mean, until like I said, we got Mosley, but who's the next guy that's going to shine? I mean, Thomas been, last few games been holding it down pretty good, but he's still a rookie. He's still learning. So I can see him not being, great out there right now. He's going to have to grow into that spot and learn a lot more as the seasons come along. But yeah. Why don't they do that? A draft? Just go ahead and draft all these cornerbacks and stuff because it seems like we always every year, even the Super Bowl year, we've always had trouble at that secondary, man. So our cornerbacks have been injured, beat up. We go through a whole carousel of just players, until we try to just heal up that spot, that one side, that's hurting, and it just seems like we can't seem to get through it. I mean, we get through it, but I mean, that's always a challenging spot for the team to make up for. So, so that was probably my biggest pet peeve about the whole game was just how they let Kupp kind of just have his way. I would have been better to see to me, it wasn't Ward's best game, even Tart. I mean, I think the whole secondary to me just really struggles somewhat, so I think it was a mistake not putting Kupp in check, man.
It's a game of inches, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That drop Tart had could have took the momentum back, could have took some time off. That play call to Juice, like you said, man, that changed everything. And
that was another play. Like I think Justin talked about it. Like, why did they go with that play? I mean, like you have Debo, Ayuk, and these guys. I mean, it's 2 yards.
Yeah.
You got to stretch it out. They're all stuff in the middle the whole time.
Thank you.
What game was
And
it? I think it was against Dallas.
If you need 2 yards, give it to your best player. Give it to Debo. He'll get you those 2 yards.
Follow Trent. And then put Trent in motion.
Exactly.
You're not going to follow him.
They put Trent in motion as a decoy, basically your best blocker in motion as a decoy, and they go up the middle. They don't even follow him, and then sure enough, the defensive tackles of the Rams, they blow up the whole play, and he loses the yard. And that's where the momentum was lost, and we had a chance to get the momentum back. The very next play when Stafford threw that punt up in the air, and Tart had an interception fall into his hands, and he just missed it.
Yeah, like you said, Justin, who knows if he'd have caught that thing? Ain't no telling how far he could have ended up running that thing back. Maybe a touchdown. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Oh man, they just left 2 up.
You go up to the line of scrimmage as a quarterback, right? And you look at game manager of an Alex Smith type. Harbaugh would have a kill play. Maybe you see 8, 9 in the box. You got to switch that play. You're going forward and forward.
You play right into their hands.
You got to switch that play. It's like I don't understand, and that was what made when you look back at Harbaugh doing offensive coordinator, he there was always a kill. They'd see that 8 in the box and they'd change it right there, turn it into a little quick pass. But I don't know. Is Shanahan, is he protecting the lead or is he playing to win in this game? And with the defensive coordinator, not every game you're going to get a pass rush, but 30, you have 40 passes. You got to get to the quarterback, 45 passes, and you're not getting to them. Either you got to bring in the blitz or you're going to have to double. If you're going to play zone all day, you might as well just play prevent.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
That's really what I'm saying. I mean,
get 6 nickel players out there, man. This defend the whole. Don't let this fool pass for nothing. You know what I mean?
And if I'm the coaching staff, those are things I'm thinking about in this offseason. Like, man, I should have switched it up. They got the guys on the sideline showing them the paperwork, what they're doing, and you got to be able to make some and the team wasn't executing. You could say that the players were not executing. So we got blown up in the trenches.
Yeah, that's true. And like you said, on that play with again with Uchek, like we played right into their hands. Like why you want to run the ball right into that box of players? You know what I mean? For 2 yards. It was just it's crazy. I just didn't get it. So I don't know. I gotta point the finger a lot to Kyle, man. I mean, those just weren't the brightest calls. And I mean, I get you want. I don't know. I guess it's not like the offensive line has done that bad to where usually a yard or two we can usually get with our running game in some kind of way, but
Right.
but Rams were just ready for it, man. The defense was just ready to stop us.
Yeah, I agree. A better play call would have been better. Obviously, putting Debo in the backfield, I think, would have been better.
Yeah.
But also, you got to look at like you said, the offensive line. Players still got to execute. The coach has to make a play. Players got to execute. What happened on that juice run? Mac got blown up. The center got blown up, and the defensive tackle went right by him and made the play. And Mac makes that block. He's most likely getting that first down. So it also comes down to execution. The offensive line needs to make their blocks on those critical plays to get those first downs.
They got blown up on the last 2 drives we had.
Yeah.
With a minute and 12 seconds left. I think there's one because the Mac either snapped it too soon or the line didn't hear him do the silent count, and then the whole right side got just blown up too. And I don't know if that was when he got the interception or not. I'm like, come on, because they had
it did get loud in there.
Yeah.
I mean, both teams would use the silent count.
Game also.
Yeah,
delay game. The first.
Oh yeah. First, you know what? I went back and watched that. I mean, there was I counted about. I think Rams had almost like 3 delayed games.
I know.
They waited till after 0 before they hiked that ball. I was like, man, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Rest will probably just letting these cats play. I don't know. But yeah, it was yeah.
I haven't went back to watch the game, Chili Will. I can't do it right now. I gotta.
I just watched it yesterday. I just watched it yesterday, man. I had to just kind of go back and just overlook things. But I'll tell you what I did see that stuck out to me, and I think this is why the Rams were able to muster up the energy to just do what they had to do to win, was because I seen Donaldson on the sideline talking to his boys and pumping his guys up and said, listen, we have to do this. You know what I'm saying? He's all in their player faces. He's telling the teammates, man, you guys, we got to get off our whats and go out there and take care of business starting right now. And you know what I mean? And that's a leader, man. That's what you like to see in a leader. You know what I'm saying? And I wish somebody on the 49ers would have stepped up like that and said, listen, guys, we're like this much away from going to the Super Bowl, and it's going to get crazy right now. So we need to go out there, blood, sweat, and tears. We need to go out there and win this thing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I mean, I didn't see anybody hauling. I mean, at least see it on TV or they didn't catch it, but maybe someone did. I don't know. But it would have been nice to see someone light a fire into somebody. I mean, hey, Jimmy, you can light a fire into these guys. Your offense, you know what I'm saying? I need you guys to block for me. You know what I mean? I need a little time. I need time to throw. I need a little time. So I make some holes for our running backs. You know what I'm saying? And get that extra yard. This is like Antonio, like you said, this is the game of one in the trenches, man. I mean, this is, came down to inches.
We played flat in that fourth quarter. We did all that work for 3 quarters. We played flat, and I think the coaches were afraid to, bring the kitchen sink. I mean, you either lose by not gambling or you gamble at this point. I mean, there has to be some risk, and I think we played it safe. And I think it hurts more when you play it safe and lose rather than taking risk in winning. Yeah,
and it ain't like, I mean, the defense actually was still getting a lot of pressure on Stafford. I think they sacked like 2-3 times, right?
2 times.
2 times.
Sacks.
So they were. There was one time he got off there. Man, I couldn't believe it. We looked like one of our guys. I can't remember who it was, but was it Bosa? Someone got right up in his face when he threw it. I mean, like literally in his face, right when he let it go and completed the pass.
Who was that? That was
Street. Was it Street?
Was it Street? I don't know.
Or no, Givens. It was Givens.
Was it Givens? Yeah, he was like right there. I was like, how the hell did he get that ball off, man? You know what I'm saying? Because it was like a great pass he threw to, I think, the cup again. I was going, man, he was
Bosa-
right there. You know what I'm saying? I was just like,
Also almost had a strip sack too at the end,
Yeah.
fourth quarter. Like
yes.
just a step faster, he would have got it.
Thank
Like,
you. It was like that millisecond. If you just got there a little bit quicker, you know. But,
Game
hey,
of inches. Game of inches, man.
Game of inches, man. Game
The
of
ball was
inches.
bouncing our way all playoffs, and this
I know.
game was just like
and then
we didn't
and
get
then
the.
it started bouncing away.
Yeah, we started dropping stuff that was landing in our hands, you know.
Gifts. That was a gift of interception, right
We
there.
had a breadbasket of gifts, man. It was just blessings left and right. Just couldn't capitalize on them. Couldn't do it, man. Just couldn't do it. But yeah, so I mean, you know, it is what it is. But you know, hey, before that, I mean, you know, let's just talk about the faithful for a minute, man.
and that was an experience.
Now
David, that was
you watched,
cracking, huh? Was that
It
was cracking, man?
hey, you guys heard the
Justin,
beginning.
we were with Justin, and I haven't seen you since Dallas, man. That was a good time too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dallas was awesome. That march in, march in together, you know, as the faithful all together walking in. That was awesome.
I was hoping to do that too, but
seeing all the Cowboy fans looking at us, being like, "What the hell? Where do these people come from?" That was so cool. That was
we were
awesome.
stopping traffic, bro. We were stopping
Yep.
traffic, man. We were stopping.
Cowboys fans didn't know what was going on.
They were like,
they're probably like, "Where are we? Are we in California? What stadium are we at?" There was so much red there together. It was an awesome experience.
Well, as you can see from the beginning, I mean, you know, Kyle Shanahan, you know, they were just him and Lynch were getting ready to finish up their meeting, you know, and he said, "Whoa, wait a minute, I gotta thank these fans," you know. And that was that section you guys saw, and they knew we were out there doing our thing, man, and you heard him say he's never seen anything like that, never. You know, and that says a lot, you know, for this 49er fan base, man. I mean, that says a whole lot, man. And, you know, and we all know because we're there, you know, how much we're tearing up the town and, you know, with our invasion parties. And, I mean, we party from Friday all the way till Sunday, right? You know, so it's like nonstop, you know, and always just having a great time, So, you know, shout out to the faithful, man, for just bringing it. I mean, LA was just that. I mean, I thought I saw big turnouts when going to Detroit game and 6 blocks of faithful just walking to the stadium, and then, you know, experience you know, Chicago. I mean, we're all over the place. Chicago, Philadelphia had we had a big old mega party back. I don't know, off the block somewhere. You know, all faithful turned out. You know, we did paraded down there too, and then the experience, the first experience in LA, we took over the stadium, and they got all cahooted about that because, oh, you guys, the faithful were just being so loud, and Stafford had to go to silent count in his own house. Like, you guys have no fan base, right? And then we go to this NFC Championship game. They don't want to sell us tickets because now they're scared of us. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep us out the damn stadium, you know, which was stupid. And and you know, the whole weekend, Saturday was just like, you know, at Tom's Watch Bar, right in LA Live, we had a line. How long? Like, Antonio, how long was that line?
It went a couple of blocks. Some people. The event was over at 3. People were just getting in at 3.
And the line was still a couple of blocks long.
It was crazy. They said, the front office said 2,000 fans at Tom's showed up.
Wow.
And that's just you know, that bar was at capacity, and then you know. Man. But hey, what about Friday night karaoke too? I mean, we came in gunning. We had, I mean, this was wild. This was a fun
I was coming
weekend.
up in here trying to take it easy, you know, and then, you know, Antonio shows up and probably walks and everybody. I'm like, man, next thing you know, the place up and jumping. We can't leave. You know what I'm saying? And it was great to have the family. It was great to have the family there and stuff. But man, I'm like, well, I guess I ain't gonna get in early tonight because I was kind of like I thought I was gonna get in early Friday. Some sleep, and then go Saturday to Tom's, where I knew was going to be a big, you know, faithful fiesta, right? So But man, Friday night karaoke night, man, I got footage of that. So funny. I'm gonna post. I got a lot of video, you guys. I'm gonna have to post on the channel that you guys are gonna see. Antonio jamming some BBD, New Edition and stuff, and my man Nick from the 49ers. I forgot the song he was singing, but he was up there doing this thing. And man, my boy Monty, New York, man, he went up there. I didn't even know this brother was gonna sing. He didn't even say anything. And next, I turn around, my man's like, what's that Jump Around song by
House of Pain.
Yeah, Jump Around. Yeah. It was like he's singing Jump Around. It was it was funny. Yeah, man, it was so fun. It was so fun Friday night.
It's a guilty pleasure to do karaoke in different states on Friday nights when we fly in.
When nobody knows you.
Yeah, where no one knows. I mean, it gets crazy. And this place was packed. The karaoke guy comes up and goes, "What's going on?" He didn't even know. No one told him what was going on.
He didn't know about the turnout, huh?
Yeah. He was like,
he didn't know about the party.
Who did Baby's Got Back? Baby's Got Back.
Oh, that was Monty from New York, man. That guy had been on our show. Yeah, he said Baby Got Back, man. That was it. Oh my goodness, that was funny. I heard that song come out. I was like, what? I was like, oh shoot, Sir Mix-a-Lot, what? And see my man Monty up there. I was like, oh, my boy New York bringing it. I said, okay. So that was fun, man.
One fun thing I wanted to share is so Chili Will and I go up and we talk to Eric Davis, and he shares a hell of a story with us from the 1994 team. I asked him a question. So what really went down with Jerry Rice and Deion Sanders in that locker room on that Wednesday meeting? And he broke it down.
Wait, before you broke it down,
I can't say a lot.
Antonio, before you break it down, okay, you're gonna have to probably refresh some memories of some of the faithful about that whole situation.
Yeah, there was so we get in there and we see Eric Davis, and you're talking about when we walked up there?
No, not when we walked up there, but what happened? This was during the 1994 the Super Bowl.
Oh yes. So in the 1994 Super Bowl, and we're getting pumped up, thinking we're going. And my whole mindset is we're going to the Super Bowl. I run into Eric Davis and Chili Will's with me, and I'm like, so in 1994, the team went out and partied on a Wednesday. And Jerry Rice found out, so he goes and calls a team meeting and goes off on. They almost get into a fist fight, Deion Sanders and Jerry Rice, and the whole team is in there. They had no coaches, and there's different stories. So I see Eric Davis, and first thing I tell him is like, "Yo, bro, if you still have a problem with Alvin Harper, we're all here." we're looking, he's like, Alvin Harper's an old man, but he knows immediately I'm a fan, right? Chili, you're laughing. He starts laughing. It kind of breaks the ice, and I was like, "Yo, bro, what happened in 1994 in that locker in that meeting?" And
I was like, when you said that, I was kind of like, "Oh, whoa!" Because man, he went there. Oh,
he went there too, and he told us his version of it, and it was uncut. Can't share on this channel, but that was an experience where me and Chili Will were like, "Yo, this is crazy to know this stuff. This is just crazy."
I want to hear this story.
He was there some nine behind the scenes stories, man. We were standing there like, what? We were cracking up though because it was funny the way he was telling it. But Eric Davis was cool. He was there, signing autograph, taking pictures and everything. He was cool with us, took pictures with everybody. Eric Davis, and then I think later, Ian Williams was there, ex-Niner and stuff. So we took pictures and stuff, hanging out. It was great. But it was man, Tom's bar. You know what? That probably had to be their best business of the year.
Yeah,
I mean, for the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Because Faithful turned that place out, man. I mean, it wasn't even that crowded last time we were there. You know what I'm saying? This place was like from upstairs to downstairs, it was crowded.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
I know.
Wow.
So when we got there on Saturday, Jonathan and Lisa were getting ready, and I was looking on Twitter. I'm like, "Is this the bar we're going to?" I'm like, "This line is crazy. Like, there's no way we're gonna get in."
Yeah, you better go wait in line while they're getting ready.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh heck no!"
You had to hook up, baby.
Yeah, yep, Jonas got us in. We were standing in front, like, hope no one says nothing. Those are just standing there waiting for you guys to show up to let us in. Just walk right in, like, all right,
Nice.
we're in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
that was a
Hey,
wild
man,
line.
that was a 6 block long wait, brother. You probably by the time you probably got up to the door, we would have been leaving because it would have been over.
Yeah.
It was over at like 3:30, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was. It was.
So,
Pilo
and
did
the
a whole
line.
performance on the bar. It was like
Oh
Coyote
yeah.
Ugly
Oh, the
for his
Pilo. Oh
performance.
yeah. Pilo come out there, lit it up, man. He
Pilo.
jumped on the bar. And he's doing the songs and stuff, man. I was like, oh yeah, because last time he was there, you remember, he didn't perform.
No, he didn't perform it, and I even said, I'm like, he should have used the bar as a stage, and of course he goes and does it this time, and it was cracking. It was
Yeah,
cracking.
he was feeling it. He was feeling it that time. He was like, man, yeah, we're gonna jump up. This place is lit because he knew people would just we were in there strong. So he was like, yeah, why not? But yeah, I turned around next, I seen him up there talking and doing the song. I was like, oh man, get my camera. I got a camera, video footage of it and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting all that crazy stuff together, man, for everybody, check out. But yeah,
Okay, so after
then,
the tailgate, you guys didn't do the march in. You guys didn't march all together to go in the stadium.
Justin, the
LA,
tailgate
no.
was so cracking. I didn't even.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? They're gonna get in. Everybody, we're gonna get in all together. But
I mean, you got
I was like,
you probably got like 6 parking lots full of faithful fans.
yeah.
With all these, I mean, you get like, I don't know, 20 chapters in all these, I'm saying, like everybody was spread out. Everybody was just partying wherever they were at. It was just crazy. And so it was kind of hard to get everybody assembled to really do that. Whereas before it was a little more better because we were kind of more closer and together, and so it was kind of, went off better. But yeah, we were all just trying to Antonio's my man Vic, right? From Saloon Squad, we were trying to clean up and J-Mo getting the DJ stuff put away, and we're like, man, we gotta hurry up and go because it's almost we're supposed to do it at 2:30, right?
Yeah. Well, we kept it going, and we had a lot of random guests that showed up that that are somebody. So a lot of people were somebody. So you just we had a little section that was kind of blocked off, and it was a little chill. I was able to breathe. I was really nervous for this game, and I was trying to keep it in a positive vibe, and I didn't want to be around too many people. But when we ended up going in the game, I was locked in. So that's why this game hurts so much, because I was trying to stick to the ritual that we had back in the last game of the season when we were there. So I wore the same thing that I wore that game. I tried to have everything lined up. I was like, okay, what did we do differently? And so
yeah,
you're welcome, Gloria.
Yes, indeed. It was crazy, man. It was just like, the faithful were just out in force, man, that day. I'd never seen anything like it. Never.
It was pure hectic, and shout out to Levi South and Saloon Squad, because they had, I want to say, they had a few hundred people that purchased wristbands, and it was and they rented Sprinter vans to bring everything in. I mean, it was wild, and then the tailgate was actually fun.
Who's the artist that sang with the 440 Winos? What they call?
Oh, so they had RBL Posse come through. So that's an old San Francisco group. They sang a famous song called "Don't Give Me No Bammer Weed," and so they had that. Yeah. Black C is a homie, a good friend. So he came out. They did a performance. You had a lot of people just popping up. There was I don't know if you guys seen that TikTok guy, Francisco. He does a lot of 40. So he pulls up to the tailgate, and he hung out and did a little TikTok video with us. And just a lot of connections, a lot of good people, and just a lot of good vibes. Like I said, I think LA is, Justin, when you get a chance, that's the stadium to check out. I can't wait to see what Vegas looks like, but I think LA is the stadium, guys.
Yeah, it is.
The Niners are playing the Raiders in Vegas next year, right?
Yeah. So we're going to be in Vegas next year.
Yeah,
we're going.
Right. Invade Vegas this time, huh?
Yes, indeed.
That's going to be a fun one. I can't wait for that.
Oh yeah, wait till that day rolls up. But also shout out to our boy Travis King too, man.
King.
He was in the house at the Watch Bar, Tom's Watch Bar, and man, he's going all through the crowd, singing this,
Yeah,
Niner tribute song, you know what I'm saying? Then he was out there the next day. I think he was out there with the 408 swag, they were out there doing their thing, partying, and he was out there singing and stuff. So
he performed at the tailgate too at
Yeah.
Levi South. So he came out, and shout out to Travis. Thank you for doing that. And
Travis
we
he
were
wants to come on the show, man. He popped me a number. He said, "Yeah, man, I want to
Yeah.
come on with you guys and stuff." I said, "Really?" I was like, "Oh, okay."
Travis is a good dude. Good dude.
Yeah, he is. He's hella cool, man. He's hella cool. And is he actually from like the Bay Area?
I think he's from San Jose. He's from
Oh,
San Jose.
Jose.
So him and
okay.
DJ Maniacal, the DJ that DJs at Empire Row 408 Swag, they're good friends. He came out with a new song called Debo, Travis King. And so he rolled out with us in Dallas. He was with us in Dallas, Justin. I don't know if you ran into him, but he was at the meet and greet and performed there in Dallas, and then came out.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
Performed at this meet and greet too. Yeah, so it was good to see him, and it's good to just see all these 49er songs coming out and everybody coming together and just invading an entire stadium like the way we did. I think that if the Rams don't win this game, I don't even know how they prepare going forward with that stadium. I had Raider friends calling me that are Raider Dodger fans. And they're like, the reason why you guys lost is you guys disrespected LA, and you can't just do that to a stadium,
We didn't disrespect LA.
What are you talking about?
We just said it was our house. That wasn't really your guys' house. You guys don't even know if it's the Chargers or the Rams' house, so we said it's our house.
I said we played Tupac all weekend. I don't know what you did.
Exactly. We just here to watch our team beat on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Everyone took that like personal, man. I said it ain't our fault. Travel in herds like us, I mean, geez.
The Raider Nation is feeling that pressure. That's why they're looking at it and they're like, "Oh man, they're gonna come and disrespect."
Yeah, they know we're coming.
Yeah, they're
They
like,
know we're coming.
There'll
be a lot of red in that stadium.
That red and black is gonna be that's gonna be on. It's gonna be on, man. But you know what? But it was unfortunately, we came up short. Couldn't, that much away from going back to the Super Bowl. Probably a second time in 3 years. It would have been nice, But hey, our guys did something that many people didn't think was going to happen. I mean, I think week 8 we were like 3-5 or 6 or something like that. 3-5, right? Yeah, and I mean, like and all the issues and little things that were kind of going on. I mean, we didn't know what was happening, and we were going to work through this and not, and be able to, kind of put our best foot forward when we needed to, and it started coming together slowly but surely. But there was a few of those wins we kind of left out there. Probably would have got us in a much better position as far as playoffs. I mean, hell, we might have even pulled off a home game or two. We could, because for a minute, right?
We would have won the division. We would have been
right. We were right there. We had that we were like that close. If things worked out right, we could have probably won the NFC West. So, but hey, I don't think anybody expected it. And then for our guys to just go on the road against some very tough teams, man. I mean, went into Dallas, took care of business. And that wasn't easy. I mean, it looked I guess it looked pretty easy in the beginning, but the guys were trying to fight back, and we weren't helping. I mean, we're helping them, giving it away practically. So it was kind of like, oh, don't do it, don't let them back in the game, and then have to go to Lambeau Field, like I said, in that freezing cold temperature. Oh man, that was brutal. I mean, I gotta be honest with you, I knew that was really a 50. I was like, yeah, I don't know, that was the one I thought we were gonna have the most trouble with, but they got through it, and I think
that was a hell of a game. That was that's gonna go down in the
that went down. They said that went down as the most watched Saturday game ever, like 39 point whatever million to watch that thing, since 1994, so on a Saturday. So
we got to shout out the St. Louis Rams too in LA, right? Because you guys remember, Levi Stadium opens up. We know that Levi is going to host the Super Bowl, and the whole year we're hoping we're going to get there. These guys did it in their first year. They're going to be in the Super Bowl at home, and that's an accomplishment in itself, regardless. And it was almost us, man, and. I'm ready to just get back to real life again now, but
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and like you said earlier, Antonio, I mean, a lot of pressure on these guys to win this,
Yeah.
pull this
Right.
out. You know, I mean, you're in
Super
your own
pressure.
home. You made the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Joe Burrow,
Burrow.
and
Right.
Bengals, they got nothing to lose, man. These guys are gonna come in here like, you know what, we're gonna bring it, and Rams better be ready because Joe Burrow's got an arsenal of receivers that gonna be out, out there. I think a little more established compared to like what we have with the Niners right now. But he's gonna be throwing that ball. This guy throws. I mean, he's like Stafford. This guy got an arm, he could throw, and not only that, he can scramble around too.
Scrambled,
So
yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I expect actually another big close game. I think this is gonna be another crazy game that's coming up. Somebody just hit up on the comments here, and I was gonna kind of bring up near the end of the show, but I could address it now. But it was unfortunate that a Niner fan kind of got into some kind of scuffle with somebody and got beat up pretty bad. And our prayers to this guy. I forgot what the gentleman's name. I was trying to look for the information. I saw it earlier on like Twitter and stuff. I was going to write the name down, but he was the owner of I think a restaurant in Oakland.
Yes.
And they said that he ended up getting beat up by some Ram fans out there. Sorry, Lamb fans, and he beat him bad, and now he was put into like an induced coma. Which isn't good. And that, so prayers for this guy and his family. I mean, I don't know what happened or what started this whole thing, but
and I heard he was by himself too, right?
Yeah, he was by himself, and I don't know. I don't even know if he was in could have been with friends.
Luna.
I don't know.
Luna was his name, right?
Luna. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we prayers out to Luna and his family. It's really sad to hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I heard he was supposed to go down there with some friends, but some plans fell through and he ended up going by himself.
Oh, so
but as for what happened, who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you go outside the stadium and it's not Disneyland, okay? It's Crenshaw, So,
exactly.
we gotta remember that. You got to remember it's Inglewood, man. It's not they put this stadium in a place. It looks nice around, or nice stadium, but
Yeah. So prayers to this guy, man. I mean, brings up the scary, thing that happened with the Dodgers fan, with the Dodgers and Giants. The one gentleman that was there for that game. Yeah. He ended up getting into a big scuffle with some guys, jumped him, and it was pretty bad. And thank God he's still alive, and he, okay now.
He'll never be the same.
He'll never be the same. Yeah, he'll never be the same what he is now. And so, it's always sad to hear that kind of stuff. I mean, I get it. You won. All right, you got bragging rights, whatever, but don't try to get in people's faces and stuff. And people being drunk, drinking, doesn't help. So.
Right.
That's why you gotta. I know leaving the game ourselves. We were hearing it. From fans, and a few went out the way. Huh, David? When I try to get all up in our face and kind of talking, but I was just like, don't say nothing. Just keep walking. And thank goodness we didn't. Nothing happened, and anything bad happened and stuff. Got out of there safe, and got ourselves back. So. But but still, we actually were seeing. I don't want to say we saw actual fights, but there were some, a couple little escalated moments of people actually getting into the game, because the lines were long. You're going through security and everything, and again, these guys are drunk and pushing each other around. And next thing you know, they, you see this group of folks looking like, another fight getting ready to happen. So. Yeah, it was pretty crazy, and also there was also, I think, a girl that actually got hurt during the fight when somebody fell on her.
Yeah, after the game
by accident. Yeah, it was
George
after the
Kittle,
game.
Was that George Kittle that took a picture with her?
George Kittle took a picture with her in the ambulance and stuff, but someone fell on top of her.
Yeah, two guys.
I think they were behind
two guys
her.
Fell on top of her.
Yeah,
her leg was
foot got caught in the chair. Yeah, so yeah, man. So it gets crazy out there, sometimes that's why you gotta be really cautious with your surroundings and know who's around you, and making sure you ain't around a bunch of intoxicated guys, what I mean? Because like I said, alcohol, man, just makes people act up.
You might as well bring up the governor not wearing a mask too, then, because I mean that was a big deal too, right?
Did you hear what he said?
I'm like,
He
yeah,
said
no,
he held his breath to take the picture. I'm like,
yeah, it's you can't make
Oh
this
wow.
stuff up. That was the
Oh, really?
mayor of
Yeah.
LA said that. I heard. Yeah, it's in
Oh,
that.
wow. I
They're
missed
making
that
a
one,
big
man.
deal. They're making a big deal about this.
Shoot,
And
I missed that one.
Yeah, I
Wow.
didn't hear about that.
I didn't hear about that neither.
Oh wow.
Jeez.
there's a picture with
Okay,
the
I could ask you. Oh, go ahead, David.
Magic Johnson,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Yeah, there was a lot of stars up in that place. But hey, Jimmy said his final goodbyes, man. I gotta be honest with you, kind of like, I ain't gonna lie and say, I'm gonna miss Jimmy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I
Gonna
think,
miss
I
Jimmy.
mean,
Always been a big fan of Jimmy.
yeah, I mean, he's
Same.
always like
Same here.
been uprighteous guy, you know what I mean? And this had to be a tough season for him because with Trey Lance and all the press and controversy talk that was going on, and for him to just have to block that out, be professional,
Yeah.
the whole season, and he did a great job. I mean, he was professional since he got here day one. I mean, I kind of thought, wow, I don't know, he's a handsome guy, he's pretty damn professional. You know what I mean? Don't act like an idiot up there when he's getting interviewed, right? So yeah, so it was sad, to kind of just see that. But I think he knew the writing was on the wall. I think he knew this was technically his last year. I'm sure they told him, like, hey, we're gonna just put Trey Lance and have him watch you, and you do what you do, and train him what you can, teach him what you know, and hopefully get this guy ready and squared away for the next season. So
yeah, beginning of the season, that's what they said just to start. They said they're gonna give him the Patrick Mahomes treatment, let him sit the whole year, and then let Jimmy start. Let Trey sit back and learn and watch Jimmy play, and get him ready for the second year.
Yeah.
Let's talk real quick about that, guys. How did this work out? The Niners were gambling right now because I think if Jimmy wins this game, I don't think anybody wants Trey Lance to play next year after this. That would have been the hottest topic after the season. Jimmy goes to the Super Bowl. So, the way he ends this, now you got fans screaming for Lance and pumped up for Lance. But the evolution of the quarterback position and how important it is to be able to scramble in the pocket, and Jimmy doesn't have that element, is the only thing that probably was needed to win this game on his part, right? So you look at that Lance piece now and you say, well, now you go with Lance, but I don't know. There was leading up to this game in LA, I said maybe you give Jimmy a 2-year contract, he wins.
I don't know. Yeah, but I think just the way he said goodbye, it almost was like a relief to him, to be like, I'm out of here now, guys. I gave you my last year. I'm ready to move on, to something big, better, whatever, and we can do nothing but wish for the best for him. I mean, I wish him the best in his career, wherever he ends up going, would it be nice to keep him around another year if things worked out? Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, I think it makes sense to keep Jimmy around for the next, like you said, 2-year contract or whatever. The problem is
Because he still had a year left on his contract.
Yeah, he
right?
does. He does. Yeah, he still has one more year left. But the only problem is the salary cap.
Yeah.
I think the Niners at this point have like $5 million in salary cap for next season. That's not enough because they're gonna they got to re-sign Debo, and Bosa's also up for a contract, and those are 2 huge contracts.
Yeah.
They're gonna need that money. I think if there was no salary cap or whatever, then yeah, I think keeping Jimmy would be the smart move. But they need that money, because they're paying him $25 million a year. They need that $25 million to help pay for Debo and Bosa and any other free agents they're trying to get.
Heck, they even getting at some of the coaches already saying, like, man, you ain't gonna take a pay cut. You're out of here. You know what I'm saying? So these guys, 49ers already chopping some heads right now.
Yeah. And they're not gonna
60% pay cut. 60%.
Yeah, they're not gonna pay $25 million for a backup quarterback either. So
yeah, exactly.
Well, right. And that they're gonna be like $29 million under the salary cap after that, and figure out who we re-sign on these 1-year contracts as well.
Right,
the big one is, does Mostert come back too? That's another big question. And there's some questions in this off season and leading up to the draft.
Yeah, I think the big
he
ones
should be back 'cause they
are.
just reconstructed his, right, and gave him like a couple of years or something, right? Remember in the beginning of the
Oh, is it
season?
Mostert a free agent? I think his
He's a free
contract's up.
most his contract's up. It was 2
Yeah,
years, but
yeah.
remember the 1 year, we always forget that 1 year where we couldn't go to the stadium. So that, you know,
Right.
he was hurt for the last 2
Yeah,
years.
so I think Mostert's a free agent. We also got DJ Jones is a big one.
Yeah.
There's a
K'Wan
lot of them.
Williams and Tart.
Tart.
Those are some big ones right there. There's more. There's definitely a lot more, but I think those are
big-
the
yeah,
main
big list.
ones
Big list
that
of free
you
agents.
definitely want to get DJ Jones back. It'd be nice to get Mostert back. K'Wan Williams, I think the slot corner would be huge to get him back.
Mm-hmm.
Tart, I always like Tart, but I mean, if we see him go, we see him go because we can't re-sign everyone, right? So
Yeah.
let's see.
It's definitely gonna, like you said. I printed it out, but I have it on my phone here. But yeah, we're looking at there's a good 20-something guys that look like they are going to be free agents or
Yeah.
or
And
their year
if
will be up.
Mostert's looking for big money, I mean,
Oh, you're right.
Mitchell
Mostert is on
Mitchell killed it this year. So if Mostert's looking for big money, they're probably going to let him walk and let Mitchell be the starter.
Yeah, they got Tomlinson, Verrett, Jones, Mostert,
Tomlinson's another big one.
K'Wan Williams, Jeff Wilson, Ross
Tomlinson is
Dwelly,
another big sign. Yeah.
Josh Norman, Marcel Harris, Mohamed Sanu, Jakarski Tart, Tavon Wilson, Travis Benjamin, Dante Johnson, Tom Compton, Maurice Hurst, Arden Key, Jake Brindle, Jared Wilson, Jordan Willis, Trent Sherfield, Trenton Cannon, Daniel Brunskill, River Craycraft. I think they let him go already. But anyway, Colton McKivitz, Kentavia Street, Michael Hasty, Juwan Jennings, Richie James. I didn't even know he was still around. Aziz El Shayer, and Demetrius
Nice
Flanagan Fowles, Kevin Givens, and Darian Daniels. That's a big list. I don't know how much
very
total
big
that is.
list.
That's about 20-something right there. So, that's almost half the team. That's
Yeah.
half the team you're looking at right there.
Let's secure that offensive line for Trey. That's going to be important. And let's get our big guys signed, and then the rest is, draft a cornerback, draft a cornerback, draft a cornerback.
Yeah.
Exactly.
O-line and DBs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Also,
and
go ahead.
D'Amico Ryan's decided to opt out and stay.
Oh yeah,
That
he's
was
going to
another
stay,
big-
which is
that was
good
another
news.
big news. That was a big news.
Yeah, I'm glad he decided to stick around because he wants to get back at it, man, and I'm glad he's staying. However, the defensive coordinator guy, Mike McDaniel, he might take a head coaching position at Miami, perhaps.
Well, after
Still
everything that's
not
going on with
solid
the
yet.
Dolphins, everything
Yeah.
what's going on with the Miami, he might just stick around. He might just say, "Forget it. I don't want to go over there."
Yeah, that's true. So I'm
The
sure
whole
he's
lawsuit
waiting.
thing that's going on.
Oh yeah, you're right. There was a lot of craziness going on.
He might just say, "Forget it. Let me just stick around."
But let's shout out big congratulations to our Pro Bowlers, man. They're out there already in LA and getting ready for the Pro Bowl this weekend.
Vegas.
And
They're in Vegas,
what did I say?
LA.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just got back
Vegas,
from
right?
You're right. Las Angeles again. Las Vegas. Okay. In Las Vegas, and they get ready for the All-Star weekend and stuff. So Debo had an exceptional, wonderful, exciting year. I mean, this guy lit it up. He had like receiving yards of 1,559 yards, and rushing yards he had 502, which was a total of 2,061 yards. Man, that's awesome, man. 16 touchdowns.
Wow.
And made the Pro Bowl, and he's there with Juice, Uchek, George Kittle, Trent Williams, Bosa, and backups with Lincoln Tomlinson and Alex Mack. So man, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's awesome.
7.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man. Most of them like offensive line, right? Shoot, I think Bosa's the only defensive guy. Yeah.
Let's also add real quick, Chili Will. We don't got a first-round draft pick, but I think it's worth it now to say, when you're in the Final Four, what is a first-round draft pick? Because that was a good trade now, right? Because if we can get a second round for Jimmy, we're back in the game. That's. I don't think we're going to get a first round for him or whatever we get, but that's going to be something to keep an eye on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. I think they said supposedly what March was it 16th or something. That's when he'll be able to be they'll be able to trade him or do whatever to get a draft pick, and God knows we can use a first, second, third, whatever.
Yes,
Somebody mentioned that, and hopefully they get like a double, like 2 maybe second rounders for him. Depending where he goes. He's expressed that he wanted to go to play for a team that was a winning team. So I think Denver's been thrown in there, and Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh. Who else? Washington, I think.
Yeah.
Commandos. What do they call them? Washington Commandos.
Commanders. Commandos.
Commandos, man.
The Commanders. Might as well just kept the
Washington USFL team, man. It's like a USFL football team, man.
What did we initially get for Jimmy? And we got a second. We gave up a second for Jimmy, right? Or was it a third?
A second.
It was a second. So to get something the similar back, I think the question is I think Jimmy's better today than when we got him, and I think he's probably going to be the hottest. There's no other quarterback that's coming off, hotter than what Jimmy is available right now. So hopefully we can get something really good. Maybe a player and maybe a cornerback and a second rounder. I'd be happy.
Let's do it.
Someone's saying to send him to the Saints and get Lattimore.
Yeah, we'll take the Saints second round pick and Lattimore for Jimmy.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, hey, NFL, man, you never know how it's gonna turn out and happen. So, but we wish Jimmy the best, man. We're gonna miss him. Like I said, the guy's been like Gloria said, class act, man, for the Niners, and he's always been a great leader for us, man. And
he's been a winner.
Yeah, he's made our years pretty exciting here. That's definitely for sure. So. And
he's going into surgery, right? He's getting his thumb.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They mentioned that he might require the surgery now, so he's going to go into surgery, get that taken care of. So, which is good. He did say it was kind of giving him problems and issues, even when he was in the playoffs. He was still kind of fighting a little pain with that in the shoulder, So, get a chance to get the surgery done, heal up, and be ready to maybe start a new chapter with somebody else. That'll be great. And they will always love Jimmy, man. We're gonna always wish him the best and everything.
Yeah, like you said, there's a handful of teams out there, who have solid teams.
I mean, there's like 9 teams looking for coaches now, right?
There's the Steelers, like you said, the Broncos, the Saints. I think there was one more, but the solid teams, good solid teams who just need a solid quarterback, and then they might be in the discussion. So who knows what they'll be willing to give up? A first round pick, second round pick, and a player, whatever. Only time will tell. We'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
But Jimmy's gonna find a place to play. He's gonna find.
He's gonna be in the NFL.
Oh yeah. He'll be with somebody for sure. There's no doubt about that. Again, unfortunately, came up short, guys. We were right there knocking on the door of that Super Bowl again, and it just would have been just so crazy for us right now.
Damn.
We saved a lot of money though, Chili Will.
Yes, we did. I would have come back home.
That's right. The Buccaneers is the other one. That's the other team I was thinking about, were the Buccaneers. That's right. With Tom Brady leaving, they have a solid team, good defense, a lot of weapons on offense, good offensive line. They get a solid quarterback in there, they'll be back in business. So
and they'll
be another team to look at.
Tom Brady's backup, so hey, that could work out pretty good for the Buccaneers. Exciting season, guys. I know this is technically our last season show because there's no more games and everything. But 49ers Street Squad, we're still gonna be bringing it and doing it strong, man, through the off season. Because we're gonna have the draft coming up. And we'll still be on
agency. Agency in the draft.
We gotta start talking college players and starting, keeping a lookout for some new talent. And cover some
combine. The combine's coming up.
Combine. There you go. So and we'll still keep up on whatever news we hear and stuff.
The draft is in Vegas, Chili Will. Maybe we got to take a Vegas trip for the draft and be like recruiters over there. We'll get a little clipboard and
these guys over here.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was their thing. Man.
That's our thing. Draft time. Yeah.
Do you guys still go?
We love the draft. We haven't gone in a couple years, but I think it's time to go back.
Have you been to Circa? Have you been to Circa? That place looks like the draft party. It's a pretty,
No,
pretty.
I haven't been there yet.
I heard about it.
No, I've never been there.
Solid spot.
That's
That's
the one with all those TVs outside of the swimming pool.
Oh,
But
Really?
they have their
Swimming
sports.
pool on the TVs. I like that.
The entire casino is a sports book, so you go and you sit and you can watch the draft like you're at it.
Mm.
It's pretty dope.
Oh man, that sounds cool, man.
So maybe we got to
hey,
be draft. We have to go to the draft. Maybe that's the next trip, guys.
yeah, that sounds fun. Like you said, you mentioned pool with TVs. That's always a good thing.
Right.
You know, it's like shoot, man, but bring it. You know, that'd be fun, man. That'd be fun. But I just want to take the time though, just to thank a few people. First of all, the Niner faithful, because like I said, man, guys, we did it like no other. I mean, we were on the news, people were talking about us everywhere we went, couldn't believe what they were seeing. I mean, we, what I'm saying, all the road games, man, we did our thing, man. I'm just proud of the 49er faithful, man, because that's just how we roll. We roll deep, and it's going to continue. And you wait till next year. Now we got to look forward to Trey Lance, and hope this brother comes out and, man, light it up.
Can't wait.
Man. I hope this brother lights off because, with all the news and things we've been hearing about him and what we've already seen, because he did start a couple of games, looked really good out there. But just wait till this kid gets a little more polished, and now
after a full year under his belt,
Kyle can put more focus on him now and mold him the way he wants him to be in his offense. It's going to be so exciting, and I know a lot of faithful right now are thinking that and like, man, yeah, Trey Lance next year he's going to take the reins now. This is going to be for sure. You know what I mean? And so we're excited for that. I just want to also shout out to a few special people. This is how great the 49er faithful are. You go on YouTube. There's so many Niner platforms out there. And I like to just give out a shout out to my man Rombo at Rombo Sports, man. He's been holding it down for a long time. Rombo Sports and my the fellows over there, nothing but Niners, Mike and Nick and them guys, Tony, I watched a lot of them guys, what I'm saying, before I started my channel this year. So, then you got my man Wayne Breezy from Nitty Gritty Niners, brother, he's been out there at some of the Niner invasions and stuff too. And it's always great to run bumping heads with these guys. Then you get the Niner Sickness, man. You get the real Niner Real Talk, Niner Talk, the 49er Hive. My man John Chapman, my brother in California. I always love seeing him when we go on the road and stuff because he's always holding it down. He always has one of those special Niner party get-togethers and giveaways. He's giving away signed jerseys and stuff, so it's always fun. My man Eric Crocker. Seeing him out down there in LA too and in Chicago. I mean, he was at some of the road games and stuff, and that's just a few, but just a shout out to them guys for doing a great, outstanding job. And this has been a special season, guys, and we're going to keep it going strong. We're at I think we're at about 600 subscribers right now.
Yeah, last I saw was 599.
$5.99.
That's the last I saw.
Actually, I saw
we lost one.
Yeah, I think it was like 602 or 3, but then I saw it.
Oh, really?
So yeah.
Last I saw, unless they climbed up a little bit, but last I saw earlier this morning was 599.
Oh, okay.
598 right now.
598.
598.
Okay. See, they're all clicking out, man. They're on season. Some of these guys going on sabbatical right now.
Yeah,
nice sabbatical.
They're all pissed off. Niners lost.
They deleted their YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. They got pissed. They're like, man, damn it, that's it. But that's okay. You know what? It's all about the faithful love, man. They've been supportive and showing their love. So many views on the videos and stuff. I still think that Detroit invasion, man. I think I might close a clip in about 1 million views on that sucker right now. So, no, I don't think it's quite that high, but it's up there.
The Dallas one.
The Detroit.
Detroit
invasion.
One. Okay.
Yeah, I last checked that one. I was like, whoa, so getting a lot of love. I plan on, like I said, I want to put together, I want to do just because tribute to the faithful. I want to be able to, put together a little video from all the road victories and stuff, and everything, and just kind of a little tribute to them. And, again, just showing all the love and support, and looking forward to another great, exciting season. But we're still gonna be rolling. We'll still be checking in probably once a week, whatever, and talking Niner news, whatever, and we'll still have at it. So but I want to thank you guys, especially for just making this all possible, because I couldn't do it without you. So Niner David, thank you so much.
Yep.
Justin, my man Niner Jonathan, I know he's watching. I know he's a little under the weather today. He couldn't make it, but he would be here. And also a special thanks, my man Antonio, our fellow brother,
you,
man.
guys.
Love you,
Thank
man.
you guys. Love you guys,
You
man.
definitely
Thank
made
you
this
guys,
season
bro.
much more special than any other season I've ever experienced with the 49ers, man. And hanging
Appreciate
out
you guys.
in club
Appreciate
areas
you.
and everything, and just having a great time with family, and just getting to know just so many people, man. It's been great, and I know it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as time goes on. So with that said, anybody else got any last words you want to say to the faithful out there that's been supporting the 49 Street Squad, baby? Yeah.
I have one thing to say. I just want to
Go
say
ahead.
thank you guys. Chili Will, thank you. Niner Glow, thank you. It was a great thing to meet you guys on the road in Chicago. The show has been awesome. The content, just to go back and look at this later of the whole season, it's amazing. Thank you guys for having me, man. You guys are all awesome. And I look forward to seeing you guys this upcoming season and continuing to do some more stuff and the parties too.
Yeah. Also, you know what? I can't leave out. I can't leave out guys that have stepped in and helped out, like my man Sam up there in Eureka. He checked in and watched the show and helped us with the show. And my man from Willie Monty, he from New York. He was in on a few shows, helped out. And who else forget? Oh, Niner Marcus. I don't know if you're watching.
Right.
Marcus was on the show, and and that's what it's all about. Family, family, 49 family love, and I'm telling you, we got other great things planned coming up for the show. We're gonna have like I said, I'm gonna try to get some Niner players on here to, sit and talk and get to maybe chop up some more 49er stories and stuff. So I look forward to that. Got so many great artists out there. I want a special shout out to my man P-Lo, Travis King, who've been holding it down. These guys all said, "Hey man, I'd love to be on the show. Give me a call, hit me up." I'm like, "Wow, really? All right, cool." So we're gonna make that happen, man. So I look nothing but good things, man. Excuse me, still getting a little raspy. Nothing but good things coming up for the channel and 49 Street Squad. And again, much love to everybody's just been support from day one. I mean, I appreciate it, man, so much. And we're going to keep this thing going. And as we evolve, the show's going to evolve, and it's going to get really fun, really fun. So with that said, guys, we're out of here. Now we're off to the 2022 Niner season next, right? And
can't wait.
Hey, let the fun begin, man, because we got a lot of great stuff to look forward to, and I can't wait. So
exciting off season.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So again, appreciate y'all, love y'all, and with that said, 49 Street Squad, remember, it's not how you start, man, it's how you finish, man. Always stay 49er strong, because that's how we do it, man. This is your boy, Chili Will, 49 Street Squad. We're out.